Cajun Cardboard, coming at you from the great state of Louisiana. I am on a rant today. I normally choose PSA as my grading company of choice. You guys know how highly I think of them. When I flip modern cards, or when I flip any cards, when I buy raw, clean, grade, sell, I'm almost 99% of the time using PSA. This is not a video trying to get you guys to stop using PSA. This is not even a video where I'm telling you I'm going to stop using PSA. This is a video where I just want to really hyper focus on how pissed off I am, which I don't do very often because I do try to stay positive and I still am okay. But I just kind of want to share with this with you and get your thoughts on what I'm about to show you, and just kind of reiterate how random it is that, you know, if you get the wrong grader on the wrong day, you could get screw job city, kicked in the nether region, as we like to say on this channel. So I'm going to show you a picture of 3 cards that I just got back from PSA. I want you to guess what you think the grades are. I'm going to show you the front and back, pretty big pictures, and then I'm going to talk through PSA's grading standards, and then I'm going to show you what these cards graded as. Okay? So stay tuned till the end because I think you're going to be surprised. I was extremely, not pleasantly surprised, unpleasantly surprised, but let's get cranking. I got 3 cards for you guys to check out, right? And this is not a PSA bash session. We've all heard all that crap. I just want to show you the cards themselves and let you conclude what the hell's going on here because I can't figure it out. And I've looked at all 3 of these cards with the jeweler's loop. So here we go. Card number 1. Starting lineup. For those of you who don't watch my channel, I bought a big collection. He had all the starting lineup figures. I took scissors, cut right through the middle, and then I sold those little action figures because I don't collect dolls. And then nobody in Louisiana collects dolls. And then I very lovingly caressed the cards out of the plastic packaging. And this is the result. So this is what the card looks like. Just so you guys can see, those corners look sharp. The centering for a starting lineup is banging, out of control, fantastic. I think the centering is not perfect left to right. It is damn near perfect top to bottom. I'm telling you, it's damn near perfect. The white speck you see over here by my cursor, you're saying, well, that's the problem. Well, it's not. I want to flip back real quick. Hang on and just show you guys. I got the card here. God, I could never get it on the screen. There it is. Let me hold it up here so you guys can see. That was me. I spit. God damn, what's wrong with me? I spit on the card when I took the picture. I'm just not a professional photographer, but as you can see, there's no white speck in the brown right there, despite the fact that it looks like there's a white speck here on my picture. But I just wanted to show you guys that. I wasn't trying to pull a fast one on you. But that's the front of the card. That's the back of the card, which is almost absolutely perfect. I mean, look at it top to bottom, left to right. Centering is killer for a starting lineup card. I think it's... Well, I sent this card in. I thought it legitimately could get a 10. You never know, right? A 1 in 100 chance, 5 in 100, whatever. But I thought certainly it had a really good chance at a 9, at the very worst an 8. I'm not going to spoil it. That's card number 1. Card number 2, another starting lineup. Same story, same provenance, as they like to say, same history of the card, where it came from, how I got it, how I treated it, how I subbed it, put it nice little penny sleeve, semi-rigid, sent it in. I've looked at the card before and I looked at the card after with the jeweler's loop. I didn't see anything wrong with the card. I still don't see anything wrong with the card. The centering on this card, I mean, I can't get it much bigger on your screen than that. That's what she said. Look at that. I mean, left to right centering looks amazing. The corners are fantastic. I don't know what else to say about it. The back of it, the centering isn't perfect. It's a little thicker on the left than the right. Maybe not even. I don't know. That's pretty good to me. I mean, that's a pretty good looking card from circa 1990, if you ask me. Card number 3. Everybody's familiar with this one. It's the Larry Bird. Let me see. I get my years confused. Yeah, that's the 87 Fleer sticker, right? We know it's not the 86, but it's the 87 Fleer sticker. These cards are subject to severe diamond cut, subject to being severely off center. This is not perfectly centered. Again, the blue is supposed to be thicker than the right side. For those of you not familiar with the card, the blue is always thicker than the right side, but there is still supposed to be a little bit more red-white on the right. So I knew the centering wasn't perfect. I sent this card in 16 months ago. So I sent the card in thinking if I get an 8, it's worth sending in, right? I was paying like 18 bucks or 20 bucks or something to grade it with PSA. This was pre-shutdown. So I knew it was I was like, worst case scenario, it comes back a 7 or an 8. The bottom left corner isn't perfect. I'm not an idiot. I see that. It's hard to keep corners perfect when they're dark colored like these. That bottom left's probably the biggest issue. on this particular card. Here's the back of the card. I think the back of the card's really, really good. It's not perfect top to bottom. The white's supposed to be about the same, top to bottom. It's not perfect. It's okay. But those are my three cards. I just wanted you guys to see those cards. Now I'm going to take you over. No, let's do it this way. I want you guys to guess what the grades of those cards are. I'll give you a hint. They all three got the same grade. I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to give you 5 seconds. How about that? 5 seconds for you guys to make a legitimate guess, right? And we'll flip right back through those cards, right? Here they are, so you guys can see them. There you go. There you go. And there you go on the bird sticker with 3 Hall of Famers on one card, right? Maybe 4, depending on whose leg that is. That could be James Worthy, right? That's crazy to think about how those teams had so many Hall of Famers, guys. That's it. All right, the moment of truth. What do you think those 3 cards graded? I'll give you a hint. Here we go. There you go. Michael Jordan, the yellow border, PSA 5, as you can see at the top. 5? Okay, sorry, didn't realize. Guess what? Another PSA 5 on the brown. And there you can see, because I spit on the card, this time you can see there is no white speck over here in the brown border. That was just Cajun spit going everywhere when I was talking. And then lastly, the bird, 5. 5, 5, 5. 5s are wild, guys. There's no way. I just don't see it. And I know I sound like everybody else who's never happy with their grades, but it's not like I'm bitching about getting a PSA 7. I think these are PSA 8 or 9 cards with an outside shot at a PSA 10 on the 2 starting lineups. I wouldn't have sent them if I didn't think they were going to come back at least 8s. To come back a 5 is absurd. I looked everywhere for creases. I looked for stains. I looked for discolorations. I looked for anything and everything that could possibly make a card a 5. Let me read you PSA's grading standards on a 5. And by the way, here's a picture of what a 5 looks like. Did any of my 3 cards look like that 52 Topps mantle? And before anybody says, well, vintage cards are different, guess what? They're not. They're supposed to be graded with the exact same standards. There's no different standards for a vintage card than for a 2021 Prism. The standards are the standards. And guess what? PSA defines their standards. Here they are, as they should, of course. On PSA EX5 cards, mine and this mantle that's gray and has 4 rounded corners, you should see very minor rounding of the corners becoming evident. Were corners plural? Was my corners, did they look rounded? No. Surface wear or printing defects are more visible. None of that. There may be minor chipping on the edges. Absolutely not the case on any of the 3 cards that I showed you, on any of the 4 edges, on any of those 3 cards. So 0 for 12 there. Loss of original gloss will be more apparent. Focus of the picture may be slightly out of register. Several light scratches may be visible upon close inspection, but do not detract from the eye appeal of the card. Card may show some off-whiteness of borders. Centering must be 85-15 or better on the front and 90-10 or better on the back. Did any of that sound like the 3 cards that I just showed you? Did any of that sound like those 3 cards? Did those cards meet the PSA grading standards for an EX5? Maybe I'm missing something. I don't know. I just don't get it. To give you another example, here's a Barkley PMG 5 that sold on... Trust me, if anybody knows what a PSA 5 looks like, it's me. After collecting that 1997 Precious Metal Gems red set, I had 100 5s probably. That's kind of like the grade for those 1997 PMGs. Most of them are 5s and 6s in PSA. Did my card look like this? A white corner here, chipping on the bottom edge, chipping on the right edge, horrible chipping on the top edge, a white corner in the top right, chipping all over the left edge. I mean, did my cards look like this card right here? Did my cards meet the terms and the standards as defined by PSA on their own website? I don't think they did. So again, this video is not to dissuade you from using PSA. It's just to prepare you that this is a war of attrition, and it's just part of it just goes with the territory, man. If you're going to send in 100 cards, you're just going to miss sometimes. Sometimes you'll get absolutely destroyed. In the same exact order, I got like 60+% PSA 10s on some 2012 Prisms. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, different graders grade differently, and I know there's some new grading companies that are coming in that are talking about using more technology and less human beings, and I'm all for it if it works. Tag is the one that comes to mind, and I immediately have a great deal of respect for Tag because my good friend Jeremy Lee with Sports Card Live, who I know and respect and who's been around the hobby forever, he doesn't take anything lightly. He's hitched his wagon to that company, so there's something there, and I'm going to give them a shot and check them out. I'm not talking about a mass exodus from PSA. PSA is what I'm familiar with. I've done great with PSA in the past, but I just want to reiterate to you guys that it is like throwing 1,000 darts at a dartboard. Some of them are going to hit a bullseye and some of them are not. Some of them aren't even going to hit the dartboard at all. And I'll be honest with you, I think this had a lot more to do with them than it did with me not knowing what the hell I was doing. I mean, I've submitted 20,000 cards in my life. I'd never submit a card from 1990 that I thought would come back a PSA 5. I just wouldn't. It just doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This is just a rant. Again, I'm not trying to disparage PSA per se, but you can get any given grader on any given day. It may be their first day. They may have gotten in a fight with their wife. Their favorite football team may have, traded for Baker Mayfield. They may be a Texas A&M fan, for God's sakes, and have just lost to Appalachian State. I don't know what's going on in the mind of this grader. Maybe he just hates Michael Jordan. Maybe it's a freaking Pistons fan that graded my cards. I don't know. But what happened to me was not okay because these cards right here, fellas, those are not PSA 5s. Those cards are not PSA 5s under any definition, especially not under the definition that I just shared with you from PSA. So anyway, let me know what you guys think. Keep collecting despite this ass whipping that I just received on these three and others. I had a PSA 4 Magic starting lineup in there that looked crisp and clean still. Let me know what you think I should do. Crack those out and send them back to PSA so I can do another video for you when they come back PSA 8. Or should I send them to Tag? Or should I send them to SGC for a quick turnaround? Maybe BGS is the way to go. I don't know. Maybe I should just take my ass whipping and just crawl off into the corner and go pick another topic and do another YouTube video about another topic. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about those PSA 5s first. Did I deserve those 5s? And maybe you think I did. Everybody seems to find, cards off center that aren't off center all the time. But again, it's not 85-15 off center or 90-10 off center. There's no rounded corners. There's no surface wear. There's no printing defects. There's no thumbtack pinholes through the card. My cards don't look like the Mickey Mantle on this screen right here. That's not what my cards look like. I don't care what anybody says. My cards did not look like that Mickey Mantle card, okay? It's discolored. It's got 4 rounded corners. It's got soft edges. It's got all sorts of crap going on. Again, here I am. I'm just bitching now. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to stay positive. I don't care. So keep collecting, stay positive in the hobby, and peace.